In 1914, Canada entered the Great War. English and French soldiers fought side by side in the first official bilingual regiment. We paid tribute to the sacrifices and achievements of the Royal Montreal Regiment.
The Royal Montreal Regiment had more than 6,000 men serve in the First World War just in the RMR. Three-quarters of those became casualties. So you had close to 1,192 who were killed, and you had close to 4,000 who were wounded. The poppy is a visual symbol to remind all Canadians to remember the sacrifices made by the men and women of the Canadian Armed Forces. It was initially memorialized in a poem written by John McCrae, who was a medical officer in the Canadian Army who served at the Second Battle of Ypres, and one of his best friends was killed. This is also the same action where Captain Richard Stacey of the RMR was killed. The poppy has been formalized as the symbol of remembrance since 1921, and Canadians have been wearing it on their lapel ever since. The Royal Canadian Legion estimates that more than half of all Canadians wear a poppy during the Remembrance season. I know here in Montreal all the schools are very involved. They invite veterans, members of the RMR, go in and speak to the schools about their experience. For the Royal Montreal Regiment, part of our culture is remembrance. It's not just a one-week period that we remember our fallen. It's a daily ritual for our soldiers. Every time they come into the armory, they salute the plaque, and every time they leave at the end of the day, they salute the plaque. Remembrance is an ongoing activity. There are members of the Canadian Armed Forces who are on overseas service right now, and that's part of the job. People are going to get hurt, and unfortunately people are going to get killed. We had close to 40,000 Canadians serve in Afghanistan, and unfortunately we lost over 150 of those who were killed. I think one of the best things that the poppy can symbolize for Canadians is to remember the sacrifices that were made and use that memory as a pledge not to repeat those mistakes.